Supermax prisoner who has been picked up by entertainment giant Tec01 to participate in their television sensation, Scum. Inmates fight for survival and fame against other inmates, both living and dead, and to gain the support of viewers, producers, and sponsors. Today, we are presenting our newly arrived prisoner on Scum Island, a new addition to the prison population that we are sure will deliver hours of additional entertainment. Luthais owns 6 Tec01 islands that you can search by typing in Luth to find the list, and today we are putting him through the ultimate test. We will be giving him 10 missions every day, and he will be scored on each mission. Depending on his performance, missions will stay as scheduled or become more difficult depending on the ratings, so be sure to give your score out of 10 every day. Today is day 1, and these will be your first 10 missions. 1. Craft a stone knife. 2. Craft an improvised backpack. 3. Craft a small stone axe. 4. Craft a bow. 5. Craft 12 arrows. 6. Kill 10 puppets. 7. Find a backpack. 8. Chop up a puppet and craft a bone needle. 9. Level up survival to basic. 10. Find thread or fishing line. The contestant will recommend a build to most prisoners. If you choose this build, the 9th mission will be to craft a compass. Luthais will give you the best technical build where you can follow all the missions with him. We look forward to your feedback. Enjoy the show and see you on day 2.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first interactive guide series on my channel. As you guys know, single player has had a small tutorial that they've removed at the moment. I hope they rework it. But for now, to keep you guys entertained and teach you guys a few things up until the 0.9 update, you heard the Tec01 Company. We've got 10 missions for today. And the build that I want to recommend to you guys is, first of all, a medium build. Okay, I would love it if you can join me with my build. But if you're not interested in leveling up any skills or grinding any skills, and you just want to follow the missions that you're interested in, then I do suggest you go for medium melee and medium rifles right from the get-go, medium running, medium endurance, medium thievery, and medium stealth, and then medium medical and medium survival. Okay, right from the start. You will need to level up engineering to basic, but that will be very, very quick. I will show you how to do that in the guide as well. But for this interactive series, I'm going to go with melee weapons, which is the most difficult skill to level up in strength if you don't include brawling. And then I'm going to include running, which is the most difficult skill to level up in the constitution tree, because at some point you're going to want to use a vehicle. And then I'm going to take thievery, because this is by far the most difficult skill to level up in dexterity. And then I'm going to take medical, because medical is by far the most difficult skill to level up in intelligence. And we will level up every skill to basic through this tutorial. So once you know how to level a skill up to basic, then you guys will know how to level it up to advanced, because if there's any extra information that I need to give you to get to advanced or medium, I will. So, without further ado, let's get into these 10 missions, shall we? The first thing I want to do, as soon as I can see my characters, press the map, see where I am on the map, and try and figure out what routes I want to take from here, okay? So first of all, that town right over there is a good town to go to, and then the airfield on my left is a good place to go to. We've got a little farmhouse there, which is not bad at all, and then we've got the shooting range down from us. For now, we're going to try and land in the forest area, just so that we can get our starting equipment done. I like to open the parachute a bit above the trees, okay? So nice safe distance to open the parachute above the trees. And then mission 1 is to craft an axe or a stone knife. So you're going to search a stone pile once or twice. I like to search it until I see 4 rocks, because then I can double click on the 2 stones, craft the stone knife. And I just want to look at my surroundings. I am doing this on the True Immersion server, which is the members only server. Yeah, just to spend some time with my supporters. And then I'm going to craft the stone axe head, which is important for the axe. It doesn't matter in what order you do these missions, but it's important to do all 10 of them every day. We're going to do this daily. And then to ask any questions that you have below, and of course score me on how easy it is to understand what I'm showing you. That is what you are rating me on, is what I'm explaining to you, all 10 missions that I'm showing you. If there's anything that you don't understand about that, please leave it down in the comments below, and then again, give me a lower score because you weren't sure of everything I was explaining. So, to craft the axe, although it says to craft the backpack, we're just going to cut down a bush. And we're going to cut down another bush. If the bushes aren't close to each other, just take a long stick and a short stick on your back and go to the next bush. And then you'll be able to do what I'm doing here. Okay, so I could have just taken one long stick and one short stick with me, gone to the next bush, and then I would have had enough of resources. So I'm going to right click on the one long stick. I'm going to cut into small sticks. And although you only have to craft a backpack, the way it is at the moment, you can craft a backpack and a quiver immediately, which will help you a bit with inventory space. So we're going to craft the rope. And I like to start with the axe because it just makes things faster. And it's good to be able to defend yourself right from the start. Then we're just going to right click, take in hands. Going to walk up to a tree. Press F to cut it down. We are not going to worry about the logs for now. We're just going to look for the branch. And what you can do is press tab, take the branch, and then use your mouse scroll wheel to turn the branch. And the little stick there at the end, which is bent to the right-hand side, is usually the direction in which the sticks will go when you cut the branch up. So I'd like it to go this way so that it doesn't glitch into rocks or, so just to make it easier for yourself. As soon as you've cut up the branch, there will be a bunch of small sticks at the end of the branch. Okay, in this case, it's 10, but it's not always 10, but it definitely helps you. So you can immediately craft the rope now. And we are going to craft another rope. You can do it from here, or you can just select 5 small sticks and the axe, and then you can say craft a tree bark rope, if you prefer that. And at the moment, when you cut up all the clothing that doesn't have inventory slots, then you should get 6 rags. So we're just going to right click on everything except the shirt, the pants, and the shoes. We're going to right click and cut into rags. And there we go. We have got 6 rags now, which is quite important because it takes 3 rags to craft the improvised courier backpack, which is one of the missions. And you can equip it by just double clicking at the top, or you can open it by double clicking on it at the bottom. So if there's clothing at the bottom, you can just double click on it to open the inventory to see what's in the bag or the shirt or whatever is on the ground, or you can just double click it up here to equip it, or you can drag it to the top as well. And then if you want to auto fit items into your bag, you can just drag it to these gray little bars that will auto fit the item. So we want to craft a quiver as well. A quiver takes 5 sticks, but with these arrows, you've got options. So it's either 5 long sticks or 5 small sticks. And 5 small sticks is much, much better than long sticks. So we don't really want to use the long sticks here. So what I'm going to do is cut up 2 of the long sticks quickly to make short sticks. That should give us 6 small sticks with the axe. So now we can just go check the recipe. It's 5 small sticks, or any rag, dirty or clean, and then tree bark rope, wire, or anything. But of course, tree bark rope is easy in these circumstances. So we're going to click on the rope, the 3 rags, the 5 sticks. We're going to right click, and then we're going to say craft improvised quiver. Once again, we're just going to double click on it. And now we need a 20-pound bow to defend ourselves against puppets, which we need a long stick, a rope, and the axe. So we're going to craft another rope by just cutting up 2 long sticks. Okay, so we've got the rope. So now we can craft a 20-pound bow, which will be your primary defense against puppets, or a spear. And a spear is quite good at the moment because of the new update, which lets puppets stagger backwards instead of forwards when you hit them with a spear. But I like to use the axe because I can use the axe to chop down a tree very fast if I need new arrows, until I get a better weapon or a knife. Then I can use the knife to chop down a bush. Okay, so we need 12 arrows. We're going to step a bit backwards, see if we missed any long sticks. We didn't miss any long sticks, so we're going to craft 2 arrows quickly. And once you've crafted something out of the crafting tab, you can press tab again, and then just press Alt-C to repeat the last thing that you crafted. Okay, Alt plus C will repeat the last thing that you crafted. And of course, going in and out of your inventories tab. And then we're just going to go to a bush basically now, so that we can cut down another tree, but we're just going to cut down a bush to get more arrows. Just the viewers watching us. The Tec01 Company, which is the entertainment giant. And we're going to spam the Alt-C. Now we just double click on all the arrows to get them into your quiver. They're going to go into your quiver automatically because arrows are assigned to a quiver. And then we want to kill about 10 puppets, which will take you a bit of time on a normal server. And we're going to destroy our bank card because you don't really want to use the starter bank card. And a classic card at the trader only costs $100, which you will be able to get quite fast. So we're going to need to kill 10 puppets with a bow. And using a 20-pound bow is quite straightforward. You can see there, as you're walking, you've got a dot on your screen. And we have got no archery skill at the moment. Okay, no archery skill. So you can put the dot on the puppet and then just pull the bow back and shoot because the bow was on the puppet. Or you can look at where the arrow's point is as well. But majority of the time when you aim, you're going to shoot just above your knuckle. Okay? And that's what I want you to train, is that you'll shoot just above the knuckle of your hand. About 2 centimeters above your knuckle. And if you exercise that, you'll come right over time. But for now, try and shoot puppets when they're quite close to you. If you're scared of missing them, don't try long shots until you're used to the bow. Then you can focus on arrow drop, but that will change depending on what bow you use. So I don't want you to focus on that too much at the start. The stronger your bow is, the easier it will be to hit a puppet. Now, when you get a big puppet, they are very slow. You get different kinds of puppets. The big ones are slow, the strong ones and the thin ones are fast. When you get a big puppet, you want to shoot it in the leg twice because you can just move backwards, shoot it in the leg, and then shoot it in the upper body. The upper body or the leg, which will be quite good. And that will give you about 700 XP in your archery, okay? So the more you hit it, the more XP you will gain. And we are getting cold at the moment, okay? We're suffering from hypothermia because our average body temperature is 36.6. It's been lowered to 34.9, so we need some heat. So after the server is reset, you can use the puppets to get clothing that will warm you up. So normally after a restart, there won't be puppets around you, so we'll have to go and look for the puppets now. But we are going to head towards that town now, and we don't have a compass, so we just have to use certain references. The snow is in the north, and the opposite side of that will be the south. And then we can just look at our little dot. We're on a road, okay? The road's going to take a bend over there. So if we just use the bend to take ourselves to the town, we'll be able to get to the town, and that's what we're going to do. And you can run if you want to, or jog, depending on how fast you want to run out of resources. Of course, if we jog, we make less noise, so it's more difficult for a person to hear us. And if we walk, we're using less calories. We're burning less calories. Like we're only burning 190 about. And if we jog, we're burning more. And if we go uphill, we're burning more. If we go downhill, we're burning less. And then if we sprint, we make more noise because you can see at our character stats, which is right here. This is our character stats. You will see that we've got the little heart, which is our health, the little man running, which is our stamina, and then the bread, which is our food, and the wine glass, which is our water, and then next to the heart, there's a sound bar. And that sound bar is very, very important for you because the sound bar tells you how much noise you're making, which players or puppets or sentries will use to detect you if they can't see you. And then the eye next to the speaker will activate whenever a puppet or a sentry sees you, which you can use for an early alarm system so that you don't get surprised attacked by a puppet or a sentry. So the sixth mission is to kill 10 puppets, but we must find a backpack as well. And two good places to find backpacks at the moment is a gas station, which is on our left, and a police station. So we're first going to go to the police station because this specific town has a police station. Although you can go to scum-map.com to see where all the police stations are. Here is the scummap.com that I told you to use to find the police stations. Now I have purchased a premium account and I'm going to show you guys what benefits it has. One thing about a premium account that you can always contact Jazzy about, the owner of scummap.com. If you go to the scummap.com, guys, you will see create a custom map, and you will see the prerequisites, okay, for creating a custom map. But I will be using this custom map in this tutorial to show you various features that will help make your gameplay a lot easier in Scum. So I've got at the moment, I've only got the hazmat suit lockers highlighted on the map, okay, because they are quite important. And then we can just click here on, normally you just go to map filters, okay. So I've got a custom map, but this is what you guys will see. So you go to map filters, you go to buildings, you click on police stations. Now you will see where every single police station on the map is, okay. And there's a lot more options here. So you can go to gas stations, because gas stations also can also have a chance to give you hiking backpacks, okay. Lot of options here. I know where most of the gas stations is, but I'll save this to my custom map at this moment. And I'm just looking for, you can see the proper names for every building, car garages, workshops, vehicle repair shops, warehouses, military warehouses, log cabins, storage shed, lighthouses, pharmacies, stuff like that. And then we get the bunkers. You can even see if you need a certain resource, where to find the resource on the map. Okay, so a lot of things here that can help you out. Crops. If you're looking for a certain crop, you can see where it is. Points of interest. Okay, you can mark the points of interest. It will give you the name of every point of interest. And okay, so if we just go now to because we're looking for hiking backpack, we're just looking for the police stations and gas stations at the moment, and then we can turn off the hazmat suits. Okay, so scummap.com, guys. I'm going to give you a nice guide on scummap.com as we carry on with this interactive guide, because it is a very in-depth tool that will make your road, or your experience on Scum a lot more user-friendly. So let's get on with the missions. So here we are at the police station. Garages is very good for various loot that you'll want, but I want you guys to loot as many loot points as you can. So inside here, we're going to loot everything that has a search option. And normally you can't search open containers or lockers, but there are some lockers that you can search when they're open, but it's better just to go for the closed ones. These are lockers that you can lockpick with bobby pins or screwdrivers. And desks is quite a good place to find that. You're going to look for something to drink. This is a coffee cup, which can give you various nutrient values. And if you drink a coffee cup, it will give you a boost to your energy, as you can see there at stamina. Okay, so it will help with your exhaustion level, which you will get at some point, and it will give you a boost in energy. Okay, and you always want to press tab every now and then to see what's in your vicinity. So there's 17 bullets for a revolver, which is quite good for us. And then again, we just want to search everything. We are here, so we want to make the most out of the situation. So we're just searching everything here. And since we've got nothing really to lose, we don't really care if we run into someone at this moment. If we see a person with a gun, we'll just run away or get killed. It doesn't matter. You're going to start over a lot in Scum. So we're going to go upstairs here. And there's jail cells to my right. And that's usually where you find backpacks. But today we weren't lucky. So we're just going to search everything. Beer is not that important for now. You can sell it, but it doesn't sell for much. So don't focus on beer. There's a hunting scope. That's a very, very, very good find. And then you can search the beds for money if you want to. But I'm skipping it at the moment because the amount of money that you get from beds is just not worth it for me in the long run. And then I always like to come up here and just search these 2 points. And I like to press tab to find anything lying on the ground. A lot of time you will see it on the ground, but sometimes it glitches into the ground and pressing tab will help you to find it. And then we're just going to go out of here. And usually here is where you can jump out and there'll be like a kitchen back here. And then you can just search this as well. There's a kitchen knife. So we can, at this point, throw away our axe if we want to. But now we've got a cleaver. So we can throw away the axe because a cleaver is a very, very strong melee weapon. And when you hunt an animal, which I will show you in this series, when you chop an animal up with a cleaver, it gives you the most amount of meat. And if you cut it up with a bushman, it gives you the second most amount of meat. So it does depend what you chop an animal up with. So that was a very, very good find. And this can go into my primary, into my primary slot, which helps a lot. Or onto my back, so it's not using my backpack. There's water. That's good. And as you can see, the food and the water is lowering. But we are going to stay focused on the objective. So for now, I just want to go to the food. Because that's something that you're going to have to focus on all the time. I'm going to go to this food little market here. Press tab, see if we can find anything. The duct tape is not important right now. That's 1 bullet. We're not going to let that take up inventory space for 1 bullet. There's corn. Corn we can eat, so that's really good. And that's carrot juice, which is very, very good for us as well. And then we can just look in here. Okay. We can search this. Search till. And now we are going to go to the gas station. But before we go to the gas station, I just want to search a few houses and see if I can get lucky with any clothing. Because you don't want to run around in your oranges for too long. In your orange starting clothing. Quite bright and quite easy to see. So we're just going to go through different shelves to see if we can find clothing or a backpack or anything. Puppets are respawning, that's good. That's a tea pack, which is not important for us right now. And then this has got like a broken washing machine that can give us clothing as well. And since I heard a puppet, I've only killed 1. So we have to get those 10 puppets. This is a strong one, so it's better just to hit him in the chest. Okay, don't need to make things complicated. So that's puppet number 2. Now, guys, I'm just going to give you, I think we're already at 10 puppets, but I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial on how to fight a puppet with a spear or a melee weapon. You're going to hit them, move back, press hit before they get to you, and move back. Okay? You don't want to hit the puppet when he's against you because your animation to hit him takes time. So you want to time it that the time it takes him to get to you and for you to swing the weapon. Okay? So again, we're going to get her attention. We're going to press hit now. Okay? And we're going to press the button now. And we're going to press the button now. Okay? Not when she's against us, when she's on her way to us. And depending on the weapon that you use, that will take longer, you know, or it will be faster. Because I'm using a very, very good melee weapon, that will be faster. So you can use the spear if you want to. If you're struggling with the bow, you can use the spear. Okay? Again, I can hear puppets in there. Just want to make sure I loot. Just want to make sure I check everything here. I'm still looking for thread or fishing line, which is part of the mission. So that's why we want to search everything. The rubbish can give you loot that you need at the beginning, like a nail. Okay, so now we have to sort them out, and it's 3 of them. So again, because we're in no rush, we're just going to make sure we get the most out of this. Shoot her twice in the chest, shoot her once because she's thin, shoot her in the leg again, and then get a nice clear headshot for a nice maximum finish. We're going to pick up all our arrows and just search them quickly. Okay, so we chopped up a puppet again. We should find the bone this time. There's the bone. So with the bone, you just need a knife or a sharp tool in your hand. You can right click on the bone and press craft bone needle. And as soon as we find thread or fishing line, then we can combine the thread or fishing line with the needle to make an improvised sewing kit, which is very, very important, especially to repair clothing. So we're going to go in here, search this quickly. Oh, and there is a car jack, which is a very important item, but not important enough for now because we don't have enough inventory space. Okay, we didn't find a backpack, but we found a holster, which is very, very, very good. And again, we just want to search everything. And we've got a choice now. We have got a choice. We can either go to another town with a police station, and there's no town with a police station very close to us. We can go to a bunch of farmlands to see if we can come right there. We can search the entire town to see if we can maybe get a lucky backpack, because every house has got a chance to give you like a piece of clothing or a backpack. Or we can go into hangars, which there's a lot of at the airfield. And hangars tend to give you backpacks as well. So we are going to be, because I'm trying to make the video as concise as possible, I'm going to have to give you a quick breakdown of how to deal with sentries. Okay, here we are at the hangars. I'm specifically talking about those hangars or domes there, okay, which you can use to find backpacks. Sentry breakdown: a sentry cannot see you while you're in a bush. Whether you're standing or crouching, it won't see you in a bush. If you're hiding behind a bush and the sentry can't see you over the bush, it can't see you either. So you can either be behind a bush or you can be inside a bush. And then, you know, anything that breaks its sight will help you as well. Be very careful of the fence, because it can see you through the gaps. There's holes in the fence. So once they can see you, once they've got a direct line of sight of you, then they can see you through the fence. Okay, so be careful of the fence. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here at the last hangar. If you guys want to see where I am on the map, I'm here on the south end to the right. And I'm going to wait at this last hangar I'm going to wait for that sentry to go past it. Because we have no stealth, we must be very, very careful with the sound that we make. So we're not going to run at all. And it's got 180-degree vision. Now that one saw me through that gap, but I can't focus on it right now. So I'm just going to run. I made a mistake by letting the other sentry see me, but I'm still going to take the gap. I'm still going to take the gap. Okay, we're in cover. Sometimes they can shoot you through the walls, but again, don't be scared to try things. And I do like planning out my route, guys. I didn't run here for nothing. Sorry about that. That guy was hiding from me somewhere. I didn't come here for nothing, because if we don't find a backpack here, there is a gas station over here, and there is a town over here. So we can look for a backpack at that gas station, and then there's a police station in that town, okay? So always try and plan your routes ahead of time. Now, he hit me, so it hurt, but I can't repair anything now. And you don't have to worry about C1 bleeding markers. The only thing that you have to worry about is an infection. So the infection is very low on all three of them. So we're just going to have to handle it. But if you ever get an infection, the traders do sell single antibiotic pills, which will help you quite a lot. So there's night vision. That's already $1,500 if you want to sell it or use it. It's your choice. And now I'm just going to search these hangars. And every time I want to take a gap when the sentry doesn't see me. But I'll show you when I go between the sentries. Okay, this is a great find. Unfortunately, we still can't repair this. So it is a great find, but now you're going to have to focus on how you're going to carry it. So we're going to drink the bottle of water. So this is where you have to figure out what loot's important and what loot's not important, guys. And think to yourself, what can I find very easily? And what can't I find very easily? Water is not that bad. We've got 9mm ammo and .45 ammo. If we found a revolver first, then of course we would have been able to use the revolver ammo. But again, the small amounts we're going to try and get rid of. And then we're going to put the gun in there. And we don't want to get rid of that. Definitely don't want to get rid of that. We rather want to get rid of the small amount of ammo and take the big amounts of ammo. Okay? We got a crowbar, which I'm going to triple carry for now, because I'm still carrying hope. But if I interact with anything, I have to understand that I'm going to drop something. And now that we're done with these hangars, we're going to go to the next hangars. But again, we've got no stealth, so we must be very, very slow. And I'll show you how to follow the sentry. I just want you to be very careful of that sentry. I want you to be very careful about where the other sentry is, like there. You don't want that sentry to see you. Okay? You don't want that sentry to see you. Okay, he's not seeing me. Now I want to get behind the sentry's vision. Because again, he's just got a 180-degree vision arc. Or he'll hear me when I'm too close to him. So I'm going to walk straight past him. And that sentry's not looking at me, so I'm going to run. I'm very far from the sentries. So, sound isn't a problem. And here's a bike. That is freaking fantastic. We just found a bike, guys. Oh! Yes, see that guy giving me a heart attack? I literally lost my mouse. I literally lost my mouse there. Okay, and with the bow, when you've got a bow, you can press the middle mouse button and punch him away and then shoot him. Okay. Getting hit a lot unnecessarily. So now that the puppets are awake, you have to... Like, I rushed in here, but you have to enter the places a little bit more stealthy and be aware of where they are. You know, because that one was probably standing right behind me. Got a few surprise attacks on me. But again, it's damaging my equipment. You can see the dead cells, and anything in the dead cell is starting to get damaged. And that's the main reason that you don't want to get damaged, guys. But yeah, that was a very, very good heart attack. Almost threw my mouse off the table. It's always nice and exciting. So let's really hope we get this backpack, because we've got a dirt bike right next to us. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna lose... No, we're not gonna lose anything. Let's go. And yeah, you just have to grab your kahunas and go for it. You are moving at quite a speed. You are moving quite fast, which will make it difficult for him to hit you. Just move through the bushes, break his line of sight. And there we go. This was very, very lucky. But again, whether I ran or drove, I'm going to the gas station, and I'm going to that town. But first I'm going to put the dialogue on, because I did find a dialogue. So I'm going to put the dialogue on the bike, although I have to remove it and first just put the combination on here. Set combination. So we're going to go mouse scroll wheel. I'm not going to show you guys the combination, but this is how you set the combination. Then you press spacebar and then you put the lock on. And remember to write down your combination, guys. Although, when it's your lock, you don't need to remember the combination, you know, but try and use the same combination in case anything goes wrong, okay? Okay, when you get into a gas station, you usually have to clear out the puppets, but now that I've got this bow, and you must watch out for the suicide puppet. This guy is the most dangerous puppet, so from a distance, shoot him in the chest. Okay, get rid of him as fast as possible. He's going to be your biggest threat overall. See if the arrow survived. The arrow did survive. That's good. That was lucky. And yeah, this bow is very strong, guys. This arrow. The arrow is very strong. It's not great for leveling up archery. That is the only thing, okay? Okay, our luck hasn't been in today. But tomorrow is another day, okay? Like I say, these arrows are extremely dangerous. Most of your damage comes from the arrow itself, not the bow. The bow is just so that you can shoot further and more accurate. Okay. So I'm going to go to the trader now and sell the loot. Because you can create a bank account. It's better to bank. It's like poker, guys. Winners know when to stop. Okay? And just like with looting, winners know when to stop looting. Okay? Winners know when to call it a day. Although I can never ignore this house. This specific house is a weak point for me. And there we found the thread. Okay? Found thread and a screwdriver. That is brilliant. Make sure the house is empty. And now because we crafted the bow and needle a while ago, now we can craft the sewing kit. But we can craft a silencer for the bow so long. But we need clothing for that. So I'm just going to see what I can do here. What do I want to cut up? I actually don't want to cut up anything. So I'm going to skip the silencer for now. I'm going to skip the silencer for now. Okay, so now we can repair this. That is very, very important because the pistol is taking a lot of inventory space and it's wasting those slots. Okay, so it's better to put it there. We can repair that. And now we can get clothing from puppets. So you want to get a tactical jacket from a puppet to increase this inventory space. But now we are looking for pants, tactical pants, where we can get better inventory space. Okay, so that's what we're looking for now. We're looking for a puppet that has military pants on. And a bike, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of fun. Trust me. I personally, it's easier to drive in third person in the open. It's easier to drive in first person through a forest. So you can see the objects in front of you coming because the trees block your vision. But like I say, a bike is a heck of a lot of fun. And now that we've got the compass, we know exactly where we're going. Again, I'm going to stop about 100 meters away, roughly. You can play it safe and stop even further away, okay? Just remember that a block is 3 by 3 kilometers, okay? So, or you can go to the shooting range and see how far 100 meters is. But yeah, all I'm looking for now is, again, just a fireplace. Just a fireplace to mark my location. And I want to go to the bunker that is on the east side. And I'm going to put it right here at the bush so I know which bush it is in. And then realize that I'm on the west side of the bunker. Okay? Just want to get into cover ASAP. And I've got a very good feeling that we're going to get a backpack, guys, because... Okay, there we get the pants. So we're going to put the pants on. And we're going to repair the pants with the sewing kit. And as you can see, a lot more inventory space than just 2 slots, okay? We've got, instead of 2, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit. Okay, triple our inventory slots. Yes, you can only repair puppet clothing to 50%, but it helps you a lot. Okay, here we are at the trader, guys. And this is where we're going to make some money. So, we're getting 1,300 for the 2 night visions, depending on the durability of it.
That thing registered.
That is a hiking backpack
Nobody
in the
cares.
bag. We don't really want to sell, although I'm not going to use that ammo, so I'm going to sell that ammo. So you go through your items specifically and tell yourself whether you're going to use them or not. Tracer rounds, I don't really like using tracer rounds, but I mean, it's going to be useful for the pistol. I'm not going to use a revolver. Okay, so I'm going to sell that. The flashlight, we can sell that. And then we've got a lot of .45 ammo, so that's all right. We've got $3,300. And you can go here and see what it is. So you can go hiking.
Security reasons.
40. It's
Obviously.
not a lot. Okay? It's definitely not a lot of fame. You can get 40 fame quite easily.
Welcome.
Now I just want to see what can we buy. Can we buy a saw? Yes, we can buy a metal saw. That's going to help with our leveling up our survival tremendously. Okay, that's a wonderful, wonderful item to be able to buy. And then
Here's what I've got.
backpacks. Okay, you see, so all the backpacks are 40. So we need at least 40 fame for that. But we can go in here and we can use the saw now to level up our survival to basic. I'll show you guys how to do that now. I just want to get some water and probably some rice. I like eating rice. I'm going to get some water and rice. Bottle. That's 20 fame. Okay. Okay. But, I mean,
When you need another round, you know who to call.
we've got food, so it's just water that's going to be a problem. We need 20 fame for water, guys. We can get 20 fame by just picking olive bushes. We are in the desert area. Okay, guys, so we sold all our items in the trader zone. We collected 10 scrap metal. We only need 10 rags now, which we can get from puppets very easily. So because we're here, the closest town to here is there. We're going to go to the town. We're going to loot all the garages to get 2 bolts. That will be very, very easy. We're going to get, we're going to cut up the puppet clothing into rags and make a bundle, make a bundle of rags. And then we're going to go plant a flag maybe here and level up our survival and our engineering at the same time. But we've got a lot of money on us as well. Okay, we've got about 2,800 cash. And we are going to buy a classic card now, which has only got 1 pin number. But I'm going to give you a nice tip just to make it a little bit more difficult for them to guess the pin.
Welcome to the most secure place on the island.
Okay, my cards, you're going to go classic card. You're going to buy a classic card. You're going to give it a pin. Okay, you're going to give it a pin. And then you're going to deposit, then you're going to go back, select the card, put the pin in right. Okay, deposit your money. Because you're going to need money to refuel your vehicle. You're going to need the card on you. And what you're going to do now is you're going to go to the card again, but you're going to enter your PIN wrong twice. Because you know what the right PIN is. And then you're just going to go out. So now your PIN can your PIN has been used, your PIN has only got 1 guess left, which you know, but when somebody else steals your card now, if they kill you, then they've only got 1 out of 10 guesses instead of 3 out of 10 guesses to steal your card. Okay, so let's go to that little town, get our 2 bolts, kill the poppers, get the rags, put that flag down, and multitask. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I can say at Ocean Towns it's quite easy to get to houses with 2 fridges in, the big houses. And I can say if you're looking for thread, cities are the way to go. Okay, we've already found 4 thread in the city. So just loot normally in a city, especially in our ocean town. But I just think cities overall. And you'll find thread quite easily. And yeah, I'm just doing all the kitchens, which is quite easy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I was just thinking about that when I was heading back to that flag, and the mission clearly states that I have to find a backpack, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I finally found a backpack, okay? Because we have to complete all 10 missions before we can move on to day 1. So it doesn't matter how many days you take to complete day 1, you first have to complete day 1 to get to day 2, okay? As you can see, it's a bigger backpack, and we found it in these buildings. That has this, where you come in the door, and it has the stairs immediately, and you have to go through here. I do feel these are a little bit better to find backpacks in. I do feel that they are better than the other buildings. Okay, we've got 2,100 XP in survival. Let's see how much XP we have in survival after we have processed this entire tree. Okay, so that was 11 logs, guys, and that gave us 900 XP. Okay, so about 75 XP per log, but this is now where the secret comes in. Now, because we've got a flag here, we've just got 557 XP in engineering. Now, this is very specific. You have to use the single door frame, which you can build with no skill. You have to select the single door frame. Okay, place it down and then add the planks to it. But you don't want to use your sharp tools. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to search a rock because adding a knife use to the blueprint helps a little bit. So we're just going to craft the stone knife and then quickly add all the planks to the blueprints without it using the cleaver or the metal source durability. We're going to put the stone knife there, make sure that those two other things are out of our range. Now, if we can add 5 planks here and one knife use, but it's going to use up our nails as well. I just want to see how many nails I've got with me. Okay, it's fine. So you're holding Shift and F to add everything you have to the blueprint. So that's 5 planks and 1 knife use. Okay, and that gave us, we add 11% durability now. Okay, so we're going to hold in F, destroy. We're going to press Alt C because that's what we crafted the last time. Hold Shift, press F. So that's about 5% every single time, okay, to get to basic engineering. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We hit basic engineering with about our 2.5 trees. I must say, the trees in this area, now you can already see, all right, just the fact that we're on basic, you can see we need 1 less plank to make the single door frame. So the higher your engineering, the less resources you're going to need to build a base at the end of the day, okay? And I don't suggest building a base before you're at advanced engineering, because you're probably going to almost double, okay, the resources that you're going to need to build the same base. Not double, you know, but close to double. And, oh, yeah, we're wasting it now. As soon as you hit basic engineering, the great thing is you don't need to build a flag anymore. So from now on, you can just build, you can just put a wheelbarrow blueprint down, and that's all you need. Okay? And that's the way you go. That's what you do from now on. And that will get rid of all the resources around you. And you don't need a flag to level up your engineering like this. You only need a flag for the door frame. Okay? And as you can see, we're at 50% survival. So the survival takes a bit longer. And the sun is coming up. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise. So let's keep going, shall we? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We have completed all the missions that we had to complete in the series. So the first mission was the stone knife. Number 2 was the improvised backpack. Number 3 was the small stone axe. Number 4 was the bow. Number 5 was the 12 arrows. 6 was killing 10 puppets. 7 was finding a backpack, which took very, very long. Probably took us the longest. We were very, very unlucky with the backpack. But I just want to give you a suggestion. You don't have to go to sentries to do what we did, okay? You can still find military puppets inside of towns when you go to that certain building with a kitchen inside. So all I'm saying is if my tips on sentries helped you a lot and you're ready for it, great. But to finish day 1's missions, you don't have to deal with sentries, okay? So just take that into consideration. There's many places on the map where you can get military puppets without dealing with sentries at all. Points that I'm thinking about is this little military outpost over here. And right here at this orange dot, there's a military outpost with puppets, or tents with puppets. There's tents with puppets. There at the shooting range, there's tents with puppets. In the big city, there is places with military puppets, and every town has got that one specific, not every town, but a lot of those towns has got the specific building where you find 2 military puppets inside. And a lot of the times, other puppets will give you tactical pants, okay? Or military pants. But not every puppet will give you a tactical jacket. So just understand, use the map resource that I showed you to get to the police stations and the gas stations and loot. Take your time. I'm trying to do 10 every day. I'm going to try and do 10 missions, but I want you. But I'm just doing it to move on to the next project. And like I said, I don't know when 0.9 is coming out, so I'd like to finish the series before 0.9. But there's a lot that we're going to have to do. The series is going to take quite a lot of videos. And for now, I'm going to try and do one a day. But the closer we get to the end, the more time it will take me. And the more time it will take you to complete all 10 missions. So please be patient with me. And then if we go look at the other missions, we had to chop up a puppet and craft a bow needle before we found the fishing line or thread, which we did. And then we had to level up survival to basic so that we could craft a compass. That was the main purpose for it. And crafting a compass is very easy once you've hit basic survival. So then you just need a plank, a piece of scrap metal, and a toolbox to craft a compass so that you can hold your focus mode when you press V to go out of, V is combat mode. So when you're out of combat mode, you can hold in the focus mode. And you won't have the fancy coordinates that I have because I found a compass, but you will have east, south, west, and north, which will help you a heck of a lot. And then because of basic survival on day 2, we are probably going to have to craft the improvised backpack if we don't find a better backpack, and the bulletproof vest. And since we found a holster today, you guys can go ahead and try and craft the holster as well. It's just 4 bolts, 1 scrap metal. So remember to take most of the bolts that you find from the beginning. Okay, and 2 puppet skins, which is quite easy as well. And then if we look at the end there, find thread or fishing line, which we did. So I hope you enjoyed this first interactive guide. Of course, the Scum needs a lot of work in their tutorial. I see they removed their their single player tutorial. So see this as your new tutorial to Scum. But I'm going to take you right up to the end. I'm not just going to go through the starting blocks with you. I'm going to walk with you right up till the end so that you basically know just as much as I do, and that you can open your wings and fly like the rest of my community members and even become better than me with certain skills, because I'm basically a jack of all trades. I try and enjoy every aspect of the game. And yes, guys, I gave you a lot of extra information. If you can do me a favor and just give the Tec01 Company a rating of 10 out of 10 down in the comments below, I will really, really appreciate it. And then if you did enjoy this video and you found it helpful, click the like button. And if you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Scum, then click the subscribe button. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and see you in day 2, where our luck hopefully changes a bit so that we don't look so long for a certain item. Cheers, guys.